Hi, everyone. Welcome. So good to be here with so many of you and seeing folks from all over the country. So let's get started. So I want to honor everyone's time and get everyone going with their day in just 0.1 hour. So wherever you may be, I invite you to find a comfortable seated position. So it's important to kind of set ourselves up for success when we're meditating. And part of that is creating a body posture that feels good. So placing both feet firmly on the ground, on the floor. And when you feel ready, allow your eyes to soften. And when we come to this place of stillness, you may notice the busyness of the mind. You may already have had a very busy morning or an afternoon, and so giving yourself the permission to slow down at your own pace. There's no need to force it or rush through this. And so for our first session together, we'll focus on the body and create a little more ease in the body. And so bringing the attention to the head. So starting with the top of the head, the crown of the head, and just noticing any sensations or anything that you may feel around the top of your head. And coming around to the back of the head, and coming around to the ears, pausing and noticing any sounds that are around you. Some sounds may be closer, others may be further away. And coming around to the front of the head, the face, and starting at the forehead and the eye socket, and we tend to hold tension in this area. So see if you can relax the eyes, allow the eyelids to feel heavy. And coming down to the cheeks, the nose, the mouth, the chin, and unclenching the jaw. Again, that's a place where many of us can hold tension. And coming down to the neck and noticing the position of the neck and the head. And if it feels good, you might move the head perhaps from side to side or forward and back. So finding any subtle movements that feel good. Again, moving with the sense of ease and really listening to the body and coming down to the shoulders. It might feel good to bring the shoulders up to the ears and allow them to drop very softly. Try that a couple more times. Again, only if it feels good. So finding movement that feels good. And for some of you, it may feel better to roll the shoulders back. So you might give that a try. That's rolling the shoulders forward. And coming down to the arms, the elbow, the lower arms, the wrist, and the hands, and moving your arms in a way that feels good to you. Perhaps rotating your hands, moving your wrist or your elbows, and bringing a sense of playfulness and finding very subtle movements that feel good. And coming back up to the torso and moving into the chest. Let's pause here for a few breaths and feeling the movement in the chest as you breathe in and your lungs fill with air. And then very gently relaxing. And then moving down into the belly. And pausing for another breath here. Moving down to the hips, feeling your sit bone, feeling the weight of your body being supported by the chair below you. And then moving down the legs, so feeling your thighs, the upper legs, the knees, the lower part of your legs, and the ankles, and finally the feet. You might give your toes a little wiggle. And let's take one deep breath, and as you breathe in, imagine sending oxygen to all the different cells throughout your body. So breathing in and releasing. And let's close the practice by wiggling the fingers and toes and moving your body in any way that feels good to you. And when you feel ready, allow the eyes to open. All right, so welcome back. And as I mentioned in the top of the program, I'll stick around just for a couple of minutes now. And if you have any questions or comments or anything that you'd like to share, you're more than welcome to hang out with me for a few minutes and we can chat. And of course, if you only schedule 0.1 hour, go about your day, and I hope you find a little more ease and relaxation in your day, and I will see you back here at the same time tomorrow. So if you have any questions, feel free to type it into our chat box or the Q&A function, and I'm happy to answer it. Or if there is any observations, I'm also happy to respond to that as well. And thanks for everyone for your comments, and it's just such a lovely way to, I think, start the day. So wonderful, and it's really nice to see all of you here. Hi, Allison. It's good to see you too. And I'm glad you're listening to my podcast. I'm always like, who listens to my podcast? I see the download numbers, but I never know who's actually listening. So it's really fun to see people here. Hi, Maya. Good to see you. Jennifer, good to see you. Lisa, Suzanne, thanks for joining us. Neha, thanks for being here. Naomi, thank you. And I'll post, and for those of you that are joining me on Facebook Live, I'll post a link for signing up. So you can sign up and join us for the rest of the 9 days. To think about that for a moment. All right, so any questions or any practice questions or any practical mindfulness questions? I also welcome answers. If you have some answers, I'm also happy to hear your answers. Okay, well, so thanks for joining me, and I hope you can join me back here for tomorrow's session. Have a good one.